Common and Tiffany Haddish looked like the perfect couple until suddenly they weren't. Their whirlwind romance had fans rooting for them, but out of nowhere it was over. No drama, no messy public fallout, just a vague explanation about busy schedules. But now, Common is finally breaking his silence, and the real reason behind their split is nothing like what we were told. Here's the shocking truth. This wasn't just about conflicting schedules or careers pulling them in different directions. Something deeper was going on, and Common's latest revelations suggest that their breakup had more to do with personal differences, emotional struggles, and possibly even the pressures of dating in the public eye. So, what really happened? Did Common get cold feet? Or was there something about Tiffany Haddish that made him rethink everything? And most importantly, why is he choosing to speak out now? In this video, we're breaking down Common's bombshell confession, the hidden tensions that led to their split, and the truth about why this seemingly perfect couple was doomed from the start. Stay tuned, because this breakup story is far more complicated than it seems. When Common and Tiffany Haddish first got together, people were shocked. Nobody saw it coming, but once they made it official, fans couldn't deny they actually looked good together. Tiffany, the loud, funny, high-energy comedian, and Common, the smooth, poetic rapper-turned-actor. It was unexpected, but somehow it worked. They gushed about each other in interviews. Common called Tiffany one of the best people he'd ever met. Tiffany said she'd never been in love like this before. And let's be real, people actually thought Tiffany might be the one to finally lock Common down. Because Common, he had a reputation. He had dated some of the biggest names in Hollywood. Serena Williams, Taraji P. Henson, Erykah Badu. But every relationship ended the same way, with him walking away. So when he and Tiffany made things official in 2020, it seemed different. Maybe therapy had changed him. Maybe Tiffany was the one. But while fans were celebrating, there were already cracks forming behind the scenes. And looking back, the signs were right in front of us the whole time. Because while Tiffany thought she was in a fairy tale, Common was already looking for the exit. At first, everything seemed perfect. They were laughing together, doing interviews, gushing about each other. But if you paid close attention, the cracks were already showing. Because while Tiffany was talking about forever, Common was already pulling back. See, Tiffany wasn't shy about what she wanted. She made it clear. She was looking for marriage, a real commitment, and eventually kids. She even joked about wanting Common to propose with a piece of land instead of a ring. But here's the thing. Common has never been that guy. For years, he had openly admitted he wasn't built for long-term relationships. Even after therapy, he still wasn't talking about marriage. He was talking about personal growth and being happy in the moment. A classic way of saying, I'm not ready to settle down. And while Tiffany saw a future, Common was treating this relationship like a good time, not a lifetime. But that wasn't even the biggest problem. Because while people thought they just wanted different things, there was something deeper going on. Something Common saw, and once he saw it, he knew he had to leave. For months, fans thought Tiffany and Common were just another Hollywood couple drifting apart. But behind the scenes, Common was seeing red flags that he couldn't ignore. At first, it was the small things. Tiffany getting more aggressive about their future, dropping public hints about marriage and kids, almost like she was pressuring him into a proposal. But then things took a turn, because Common wasn't just hesitating about marriage, he was distancing himself from Tiffany altogether. And sources say there was a reason for that. See, around the time their relationship started to cool off, serious allegations about Tiffany's past began to surface. And while she brushed them off, Common wasn't so sure. An insider claims that Common started hearing things about Tiffany that made him uncomfortable. Things that could have ruined his career if he stayed with her. And suddenly, Common, who had been all about personal growth, therapy, and finding love, was done. He didn't just break up with Tiffany, he completely detached. No lingering friendship, no emotional goodbyes, just a clean, cold exit. And if you thought Common was being dramatic, wait until you hear what happened next. At first, the official story was simple. Common and Tiffany broke up because they were too busy to make the relationship work. But come on, when has busy schedules ever been a real reason for a breakup? Especially when Common himself admitted that the love never went away. So why walk away from someone you still love? Well, turns out Common saw something coming, and he wanted out before it got messy. Around the time their relationship was falling apart, disturbing allegations about Tiffany resurfaced, accusations that could have completely destroyed her career. And while it's unclear just how much Common knew, one thing is for sure. He knew enough, because right before these allegations made headlines, Common suddenly started pulling away. He stopped talking about Tiffany in interviews. He stopped posting her on social media. He distanced himself completely. And when the breakup became public, Common kept it clean and vague. No messy drama, no throwing dirt on Tiffany's name, just a quiet exit. That's when people started putting the pieces together. Fans pointed out that Common's breakups usually have a pattern. He dates high-profile women, things don't work out, and they go their separate ways. But this time was different. Because Common didn't just break up with Tiffany, he removed himself from the entire situation before it could blow up in his face. And judging by how things played out afterward, he made the right call. As soon as Common and Tiffany's breakup became public, people had questions. But when Common gave that busy schedules excuse, nobody was buying it. Fans immediately started digging for the real reason, and once the rumors and allegations resurfaced, the internet went into full conspiracy mode. Comments flooded social media. No wonder Common left. He saw the writing on the wall. He got out just in time. Smart man. Tiffany was moving weird, and Common wasn't about to let her mess up his career. And while Common walked away from the breakup completely untouched, Tiffany wasn't so lucky. People started questioning her behavior, her past, and her public statements. The timing of everything just seemed too convenient. Because, let's be real, Common is a veteran in the industry. He knows how Hollywood works. He knows that one wrong association, one bad scandal can completely destroy a career. And when it came to Tiffany, the risk just wasn't worth it. At first, Tiffany tried to save face, acting like everything was fine. But fans noticed something. She was bitter. In an interview after the breakup, she threw shade at Common, saying, "He might be the best man I've ever been with, but he's not the whole package." Ouch! Common, on the other hand, completely unbothered. He kept it classy, didn't engage in drama, and moved on like nothing happened. And that's when it became clear. Common didn't just break up with Tiffany, he escaped. But the real question is, did he leave just because of the allegations? Or was there something even worse that we don't know about? At first glance, this breakup just looks like another Hollywood couple falling apart. But when you really break it down, Common's exit seems way too calculated to be a coincidence. Let's look at the facts. Common has a history of leaving relationships when things get too serious. But this time, it wasn't just about commitment. He cut ties with Tiffany fast. The allegations against Tiffany weren't new. They had been whispered about for years. But suddenly, around the time of their breakup, they were picking up steam. Common didn't just distance himself romantically. He completely erased himself from her orbit. No post-breakup friendship, no lingering feelings, just a clean break. So the question is, did he know something the rest of us didn't? Hollywood is a place where image is everything, and Common has spent years building a clean, respected reputation. Activism, self-growth, therapy, poetry. He's carefully crafted the image of a good guy. So when he saw the signs that Tiffany was about to be caught up in something messy, he made the smartest move he could. He got out before he could be dragged down with her. Because in this industry, it's not just about your mistakes, it's about the people you associate with. And Common, he wasn't about to let Tiffany's baggage become his downfall. Now, whether or not Tiffany deserved that, that's another story. But at the end of the day, one thing is clear. Common saw something coming, and he ran before it was too late. At the end of the day, this wasn't just a messy breakup, it was a strategic exit. Common didn't just leave Tiffany, he distanced himself in a way that made sure he wouldn't get caught up in whatever storm was coming. And looking at how things played out afterward, it's hard to say he made the wrong call. But that leaves us with the real question. Was Common protecting himself, or did he actually see something that we still don't know about? Did he leave because of the pressure to commit, or was there something deeper that made him run? And more importantly, if the allegations against Tiffany never came up, would they still be together? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Was Common smart to leave, or did he abandon Tiffany when she needed him the most? And if you think this breakup was wild, wait until you hear about the next video, because that one might be even worse. See you tomorrow.